Friends, life is no bowl of cherries. In fact, it's oft times, for the majority, a bowl of sour grapes. But there is a way to turn that bowl of sour grapes into a bowl of cherries with whipped cream on top, and not genetically modified Ready Whip or Cool Whip. The key is this: you have to learn to do the thing you ought to do at the time that you ought to do it. It's the chief lesson in life, a lesson that I learned many, many years ago in the late 1960s. Because if you don't learn this lesson, one day you'll be sitting there with tears in your eyes, because hell will begin for you. Hell always begins the moment that you realize all that you have done and all that you actually could have done. One way to prevent this is to condition yourself, to brainwash yourself into never quitting, into keeping on keeping on. Keep on pushing against all odds, even when they say it's impossible. Because in truth, nothing is impossible when heart, mind, and the power of will are set to purpose. Now, how I do this and how I've done it, and I've done it since 1970 when I learned the poem. I didn't write the poem. Who wrote it? I have no idea. And no one seems to know. The poem is called Don't Quit. I memorized it then, I know it by heart, and I live my life by it. So no matter what troubles came my way over the years, no matter how great the vicissitudes were, no matter how dire the adversity, I always had the ability to turn that adversity into an equivalent or greater benefit for me, myself and I, and of course my loved ones. Let me tell you the poem, and I'm sure you've heard it, but this time I suggest you copy and paste, you keep this video, store it in your favorites, and share it. Here goes. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us oft times learns, and many a fella has turned about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Often the goal is nearer than it is to the faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And again, you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you mustn't quit. Let me augment on that. You've been conditioned to believe that people acquire wealth or success with one large push, one large drive. You know, that Hail Mary touchdown, that three-pointer at the end of a basketball game, that home run when the bases are loaded and there's 2 out and the count is 3-2 and your team is losing 4-3 and you wind up winning. I'm sorry, when you're losing 4-1 and you wind up winning 5-4. Think about this. When a woodcutter cuts down the mighty oak in the forest with his mighty sharp axe, And he swings and he swings and he hits the tree blow after blow, and the tree doesn't fall. But on the 100th blow, the tree falls. Ask yourself, was it the 100th blow that felled the mighty oak, or was it the 99 blows before? Or when a boxer fighting a 10 or a 15-round fight, a hard fight, throws hundreds upon hundreds of punches, and his opponent doesn't go down. And finally, in the 10th, the 14th, the 15th, or the 9th round, he knocks out the opponent. Ask yourself this: was it that final blow that really knocked out the opponent, or was it the hundreds of blows that he threw before? Folks, success is achieved in baby steps, little by little by little. And the road to it is difficult, but not impossible. See, nothing is impossible when heart, mind, and the power of will are set to purpose. The word impossible is a word used by fools and liars. Don't be beguiled. Listen to my words. I know. Have a great weekend.